Spacey Sims, and we are back with more of the Men of Yoshiwara, Kikuya. And last time we ended and we finished Takao's route. We got both of our endings and we did the sequel and the date scenario and saw all of our gallery stuff. So now we are in our character selection and we're going to start a new route. So yeah, I think maybe I wonder if you're supposed to do like this kind of order, because you can't do Iroha's second season. Oh, a mysterious youth of the... Oh, interesting. I don't think that's really a romancy path, but anyway. Well, Hayabusa we've never met, but he's supposed to be our childhood friend. But then he's secretly become a courtesan. But anyway, so everyone voted for Tokiwa, who is kind of my favorite. I love him. He's precious. Even though he looks like he could be an asshole. I don't know. He seemed kind of like a dick in Takao's route, but I think that was just because his pride was hurt. But he is preciously beautiful, and I do like... Takao and Tokiwa are the two prettiest ones there. Iroha's a close third, because there's just something about the way he just stands with his hand. I just love it. But yeah. So we'll do Tokiwa. Actually, hold on. So we'll read his little thing because we don't have anything. Takao's a tendon. He has some foreign blood, a flirtatious looker. So here we go. I want to start in chapter 12. I mean, I don't know why they did. Is this your first time to come here? Good. He's kind of got a normal voice. I don't have to try so hard. Anyway, jade green eyes, soft golden thread-like hair, and the gentleman of the night called Tokiwa. His unique appearance was rare on this island, and I couldn't get his face out of my head. Hey! The door is open. Why are you hanging back there screaming? What? Why do you shriek like that? If you want attention, come over here and snuggle. Come over here and sit with me. I give you petsies. You're being a dick. Anyway, his unique appearance was rare on this island, and I couldn't get his face out of my head. Was he what they call a foreigner? Like a foreigner with quotes around it? Well then, I want to choose Tokiwa-san, the one with the green eyes. Certainly. Please wait a moment. Iroha-san sent the signal, and a brief while later, Tokiwa-san and Takao-san, who had disappeared into the shop, came back. You asked me to go, and then asked me right back out? It's hectic. You're a slave driver. I can't do Takao's voice really anymore, so I'm glad we probably don't have to do it much. I've kind of forgotten how I started when we started this path, and it's just fun, but it also hurts. And don't complain. Tokiwa, and this lady here chose you. Wow, you chose me? Tokiwa-san looked at my face, and then his face beamed with delight. I'm really happy. Tokiwa-san walked one step towards me and peered into my face. I kind of just gave him like the non-existent voice. That's just what it was when we did Takao's round, so. His face was breathtakingly beautiful, and he had a well-shaped nose. The green eyes and the seafoam green hair. I mean, come on. I've never had such a young man peer into my face before. The color of his eyes seemed like they would suck me in, and fearing this, I looked away from him. You're innocent. Is this your first time in the red light district? Tokiwa-san put his supple fingers on my cheek. No, it's not the first time. It's the first time. I feel like we should admit it. It's the first time. It's really the first time for you, is it? But you don't need to be so scared. Tokiwa-san peered even deeper into my face with a gentle glance. With his jade green eyes. I just love innocent girls. That sounds really inappropriate. I'll teach you everything about playing in the red light district, starting from the beginning. His green eyes shined strangely, and my heart jumped. Hey, you've been chosen by a good client, eh? As he stood next to us, Takao-san sniffed. What? Are you jealous? I'm congratulating you. If this keeps up, you'll finish assisting me and all will be well. You're pretty annoying. And just because she's not attracted to you, don't make any moves on her. But we were attracted to Takao. He was our first, but shh, don't tell anyone. I just rewound time. I have a time turner, Harry. You're the last person I want saying that to me. They were keeping each other in check with jokes. Clap. Iroha-san clapped his hands. You playing with your... I was going to call him your donkey, and then I was going to call him your burro, and it was going to come out burrito somehow. You playing with your piñata? He's supposed to have treats in him. I doubt he has treats in him. Did I put treats in him? You're supposed to tear him apart, climb on, and play with him. Ah. It's probably for bigger birds. It's actually bigger than him. He could ride the fucking thing, but it is. It's like a little birdie piñata. He's had it for years. He barely plays with it, but now he's like shrieking and... You chewing its foot? Playing with your burrito? I just want to call it a burrito. I don't know why. It's not. It's a little donkey piñata. It's fucking adorable. Anyway. Enough. Let's stop this useless conversation and go back to start prepping already. Alright. Guess I'll go then. Well, see you later in the parlor room, innocent lady. Tokiwa-san lightly waved his hand and then went back inside with Takao-san. I don't know who's asking me if I'm sure I'm okay to choose Tokiwa, but are you sure you're okay to choose Tokiwa? Huh? Someone spoke to me, and when I looked up... Ah, yes. Kiguero. Him. I wanted to choose him next just to get him out of the way, but... The boy called Kiguero, who should have disappeared upstairs, was standing there. He looked at me with a piercing glance. He was looking down at me from the top of the stairs. I feel like Iroha or Hayabusa should be the last one we do before Iroha-san 2. Like, you know, the second part. I feel like one of those should be the last one. So we should really do Kiguero or Kagura next. Just because, obviously. So pick one of them. I mean, we could do Hayabusa next. I mean, that's not a big deal. But we've never met him or seen him, so I kind of feel like maybe they're leaving him to be toward the end. I don't know. I don't think there's an order, but he was looking down at me from the top of the stairs. Well, what do you mean? When I asked him, he suddenly raised his eyes in irritation. And Tokiwa is a gentleman who breaks taboos like stealing other gentlemen's women. What is a taboo? And there are rules even in this place. Once chosen, it's forbidden to change to another gentleman. He knows this rule, but he still repeats this dishonorable deed. Once chosen, I can't switch. But what if you're an asshole and I don't like you? I should be allowed to switch whenever the fuck I want. I'm paying! I am paying, and I should be like, I want to switch because I don't get along with this fucker. Anyway. Tokiwa-san is doing something like that? I thought he was a kind person. Was that also a sham? He's probably desperate to pay off his debt. I'm just saying. Kagero, stop putting such useless ideas into the client's head. I'm sorry, Iroha-san. After being reprimanded, Kagero-san quickly disappeared. The red light district is a closed world. Baseless rumors spread quickly, but do not worry. Okay? Well, I'll soon take you to the parlor room. The gentleman who breaks taboos. As I was being guided to the parlor room, these words became stuck in my head. Guided to the introduction room, I waited as the young man poured sake for me when the door opened. I've brought the gentleman that you chose. My name's Tokiwa. I just met you before, though. Following the young gentleman, Tokiwa-san walked over to the edge of the parlor room. Although I just talked to him before this, my eyes were still taken by his impressive looks. Are you not used to drinking sake? Tokiwa-san sat down next to me and brought his shoulder in close to mine. Oh, no, I mean... His body leaned up against me. His exposed, bare chest was so white it made me wonder if he'd ever been in the sun before. And this is the red light district. And the first thing is to enjoy yourself and not be so stiff. Well, tonight we're having a special banquet. Entertain me. Tokiwa-san clapped his hands to signal the young gentlemen that were called for the banquet. The prestigious, beautiful men danced gorgeously to the sound of the shamisen. Shamisen? Shamisen? Shamisen. Shamisen. A luxurious banquet with extravagant dishes are arranged on trays. Hey, dance with vibrancy, and you'll bore the client. More than everything, the presence of Tokiwa, the gentleman who sat next to me, was... This was a banquet in the red light district. It was absolutely breathtaking to experience it for the first time. Still got that stiff expression. Tokiwa-san looked at me and chuckled in a friendly manner. Would a top gentleman laugh at me in such an easygoing way? Banquets are for enjoyment. Well then, I'm gonna do something for you. After saying that, Tokiwa-san suddenly raised his quiet voice as if he had remembered something. I'm sorry, I haven't asked your name yet, have I? It's Spacey. Your name has a nice ring to it. Alright, for you, Spacey. I'll show you an outstanding dance right here. He then stood up and walked towards the center of the room. And the dance that I'll now show you is the pride of Kikuya's Tokiwa. With ceremonious politeness, Tokiwa-san pulled a folding fan out from the belt around his waist. And then he opened the fan and started to dance to the sounds of the shamisen played by the gentleman. Like a butterfly. Like a flower. His gold hair, hidden by the deep red fan, and his green eyes were visible through the fan's gaps. He would sometimes look at me and narrow his eyes in an inviting manner. The thump, the thump. I wondered why my heart was racing. I thought about this the whole time as I watched his dance. Suddenly, Tokiwa-san stopped dancing and kneeled down before me. Hey, you've finally shown your true feelings, haven't you? You mean, me? Yeah, it looks like your cheeks have turned red. And that means my dance was so good that you've been captivated, eh? Yes, you're a good dancer, aren't you, Tokiwa? Yeah, you understand well. Among the arts, I have a bit of confidence in my dancing and singing. You've got a pretty good eye to have noticed in a single glance. In a very good mood, Tokiwa-san put the folding fan inside the belt around his waist. But does a top gentleman let his guard down like this on their first encounter with a client? Usually not, but tonight is special. I entertained you because you're cute and innocent. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. If you aren't used to it and can't enjoy yourself, then I feel bad for you. Tokiwa-san's green eyes shined and then he winked to me. It's quite a rare thing to see my dance on your first time. And this is only for you. Only for me? Was that true? The gentle sounds of his words made it seem like I would misunderstand him. And now that you're relaxed, let's continue the banquet. Today's the day that we drank sake together for the first time. We should enjoy it, right? Tokiwa-san once again sat down next to me and poured sake into my surprisingly empty cup. Once the banquet reached its peak, the gentlemen and entertainers in the room started to leave. Tokiwa-san saw them off and mumbled in a small voice. It's about time. Is it over already? Yes, the banquet is. Tokiwa-san, who was next to me, smiled alluringly. It was only Tokiwa-san and I in the room. Only the light of a lantern lit up Tokiwa-san's beautiful face. This place is the #1 high-class house of pleasure in Yoshiwara. Spacey, you used your money to buy a man. Me. Even though it's your first time here, you understand what that means, don't you? Tokiwa-san quickly dragged his legs toward me, closing the distance between us. His hand crawled across the floor and covered my hand. When it gets to be 8 p.m., it's about time for bed. From now on, it'll be a night of play for a man and a woman alone. Tokiwa-san slowly came close to me and whispered, well, he's just getting all frisky right off the bat. His white fingers started to twine themselves with my fingers like they were some kind of creature. I told you I'll teach you how to play in the red light district. In other words, I'll teach you a woman's pleasure. Tokiwa-san, I'll teach you how to make love and be loved, all from the beginning and in a very clear way. Spacey, which do you prefer? As you wish, you may obtain either the ultimate pleasure or supreme joy here. Why can't I have ultimate pleasure and supreme joy? Well, damn, we got a CG right away, girlfriends! It's your first time, isn't it, Spacey? It's our first time in the red light district, so you should assume, like, who am I having sex with outside of here? He is pretty. Just as he said, today was indeed my first time. It was the first time in my life to see this place and be touched like this. So I'll let you choose. What would you like me to do? Oh, dear God. Oh, can you just imagine if the choice came up? Oh, shit. All of the above. Where's D? I got ABC. Where's D? Tokiwa-san brought his available finger to my chin. His pale finger, which looked to have done no heavy physical work before, glided across my skin. Spacey, And do you feel that you'd like to sleep with me? Or... Tokiwa-san brought his face close to mine. And do you have another preference? I just want to see you make out with that other guy over there. No, I'm just kidding. Could you imagine? This is why they don't let me in places like this. So what do you want me to do to you? Oh, I don't want you to do it to me. I want to watch you make out with that guy. But don't go further than that, because I don't want to see that. Like, look, that's fine if you want to do that behind closed doors. I'm totally fine. I don't give a shit what you do behind closed doors, but I'm not going to witness that. I also wouldn't want to watch you have sex with that lady over there. That would just be awkward. Like, this is weird. Make out with him? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Like... She just comes up with all this shit. So, alright, here's my list of shit. And he's like, the fuck, girl? Where'd this come from? Though gentle, his voice tickled my ears enticingly. Oh, why don't you tell me your true feelings? I'm confused through these answers. Please take care of it. Take care of what? Are we saying it? Like, take care of it. What? What? Talking about your snooch? Like, take care of that? Like, what are you talking about? Tell me your true feelings. Please take care of it. I'm scared, but ... Okay, I don't know what please take care of it means. And I'm not sure ... is really... Tell me your true feelings. I'm scared, but... That to me, that's exactly what he asked. What are your true feelings? Also valid. I'm scared, but also kind of turned on. And then the please take care of it. That just... Okay, I'm going to go with the second one because I'm a little scared, but everyone feels that way at first. And don't worry, you're a lucky lady. Seeing that I'm a kind man. It's alright. Come here. Spacey, I'll understand all the feelings that you can't say. Tokiwa-san pulled my hand and opened the sliding door that led to the inner chamber. It's the same bedroom! It's always the same... That's creepy, there's only one in here. In the room, there was a single luxurious bed. That means... Though I already understood what this meant, at this point my legs had begun to shake. You okay? No, I mean... Your legs, voice, and your small lips, they're all shaking. I was really scared. I was scared of what would happen next. But the gentleman next to me didn't change his expression at all. I wonder if he's gonna, like, just... Is it gonna be like the, I'll be gentle and not, okay, nothing will happen, I'll just hold you, blah, blah, blah? Or is he gonna be the one that just, like, no, I'm taking this? Like, I mean... I'm just curious, because, like, Takao, you know, it took a while for him to be like, no, this time we're doing this shit. But it shouldn't be like that in all the routes, you know? Oh, you're learning how to forage for food? Or just being smart, bird? Oh, it's just being smart. Normally you're pretty stupid. You could climb up there. He's sitting on one of his lower branches, and he's got a foraging toy, which is, you're supposed to fill it with food, and they're supposed to rip the cardboard cover off, and then they forage for food, and it's supposed to... That's how you're supposed to, like, they tell you feed your birds like that. It keeps them active and happy. It's like playing, and instead of just putting a dish of food. But he's so fucking stupid that she would starve to death. Like, if that was the only food that was in there. But he's playing with it now. But also, there's a perch that's closer to it that he could, but he's, like, leaning up far... He's not the brightest crayon on the box. He's adorable, but he's not the brightest crayon. That's all I love about him. Anyway. Sometimes he's super smart, and sometimes he's just really stupid. It's bizarre. But the gentleman next to me didn't change his expression at all. I'll teach you. Come here, Spacey. As he pulled my hand, we sat down on the bed in the center of the room. I just wanted to tease you. The pillow that was illuminated by the lantern looked like something scary. Spacey... Tokiwa-san put his mouth close to my ear and said that in a low voice. His green eyes emanated a beautiful and strange light that made me wonder if he was a specter. With this thought in my mind, I couldn't look away from him. My eyes were fixed on his visage. You're passionate. What are you anticipating from me by staring at me like that? I'm not anticipating anything. It's not like that. While seated next to me, Tokiwa-san put his arms around my shoulder to hug me. His finger touched the nape of my neck, and I felt like something was crawling down my back. Tokiwa-san's face slowly came close to me, but I was unable to even turn my body. It was like my body had turned to iron. You're so obedient. The way things were going, I thought that he would soon kiss me, so I firmly closed my eyes. But with nothing having touched my lips, I nervously opened my eyes and... Tokiwa-san was covering his mouth to hold back from laughing in front of me. What? I'm sorry. I just wanted to tease you since you're so naive. Huh? Don't worry. I won't force you to do anything. If you'd like, why don't we just talk today? I wasn't sure if I should be relieved or disappointed. I'm leaning toward disappointed. But at the same time, look, we don't have to do anything. Let's just talk. It's like, oh, he's actually like really kind and not the I'm just going to take what I want from you type of thing. But I'm also disappointed he didn't do that. It's a little more endearing that he doesn't, but I'm a little disappointed that he didn't. So I'm like confused too. This time, my feelings were taken by his gentle gaze. You've been staring at me since earlier. Is my appearance really so rare? His jade green eyes blinked curiously. Looking at the colors of his eyes, I've never seen that before. Seen what? The color of his eyes? Or it's because your face is very beautiful. I mean, his face is very beautiful, right? I'm curious. I don't know. I don't know which way to go. Let's just go with... Well, okay, that wasn't... I thought she was going to say, I've never seen that before, like eyes of that color, but it's because I've never seen that before. I only know of that from books or word of mouth. You mean these eyes and hair of mine? Yes. Okay, okay, good. That's kind of what I was thinking. And I've never seen a man up close like this. I see. You've never been to the red light district and never seen a foreigner before. So you were interested in my appearance and chose me for that, right? Yes. When I first saw you, I couldn't forget the color of your eyes and hair. Well, these things are my selling points. I mean, let's be honest. So you picked me for my looks. What the fuck else would I have picked you for at this point? Literally, it's not like I have a biography where I'm flipping through a book and I'm like, it's not like when you're going to sperm banks and you're like, oh, this guy went to Harvard and blah, blah, blah. And you've got stats. It's literally just, so here's like some pretty men, pick one. That one looks hot. You're literally picking them based on their looks. That's like all I'm saying. So, Tokiwa-san said that and sighed as if he had lost interest. My family business is actually a shipping agency. Wow, so that it's not so rare to see foreigners and imported items, is it? No, I just started helping the business recently, so I'm interested in those kinds of things. I was interested in those who live outside this island, and those who know the world that I don't. I think maybe saying his face is so beautiful was supposed to be... Would might have been better. But also, he probably really so you chose me for my looks. I mean, yeah. Again. I see. And so you've always yearned for the outside world, haven't you? Yes. If that's the case, then I can tell you stories about the outside world. Is that all right? Of course. You can ask me anything you like. What do you want to know, Spacey? Tokiwa-san, were you born in a foreign country? Unfortunately, I'm not exactly what you would call a foreigner. I'm of mixed blood and was born on the mainland. I have a half-blood foreigners? I have a half-blood foreigners. That I don't even know what you were trying to... Foreigner relations? But, like, your relatives are half-blood foreigner? Okay. I'm half-blood foreign? Something like that? Anyway. Kind of understand what he's saying, but that was really weird. Tokiwa-san combed his blonde hair with his hand and narrowed his eyes. In the mainland, foreigners aren't that rare, but there aren't any foreigners on this island. So do all foreigners look like they've been decorated with jewelry and gold? I'm not sure, but I heard there are even people who have blue eyes and black skin. Really? Before I knew it, I found myself staring at Tokiwa-san's face. If you want to see me that much, come closer to me. Huh? You'd think he would be the top seller. Okay, well, he did some bad things and got reprimanded. Because he is so exotic looking, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you were in some kind of, like, freaking Swedish catalog or something, right? You were like, tall, 6 foot tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, and everybody around you was like 6 feet tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, and you saw like a 5 foot tall Asian lady, you'd be like, woo! You know what I mean? Like, in America, you're like, it's just a bunch of fucking people. But like, like, back in the day, like, depending on where you lived, like, it was very much, like everybody was the same. So he, of course, looks different. He would be the top seller. They'd be like, ooh, look at your blonde hair. Like, you know what I mean? Because he'd be spicy and different and exotic. It's kind of weird when we think of that, like, because it is kind of weird. Like, you go back far enough and exotic is always very, like, you're judging someone based on their features. But the thing is like, depending on where you live, certain people are going to look exotic to you because you're not used to seeing someone who has those features. It's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Like, you make it a bad thing when you're like, oh, I'm going to dehumanize you and treat you like you're not a person. But you can still appreciate a person having exotic features and thinking that they're beautiful because it's something that you're not used to seeing. Like, wow, that person, you know, it's different and it's beautiful. But, you know, the person who looks like me could be beautiful too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not explaining it well, but we make it a bad thing. Because we make it like, ooh, these people are so exotic. Like, they're like specialty things and not people. But you can still think people are exotic and beautiful that are different than you without it being a bad thing. You just need to stop making it sound like a bad thing. It sometimes does, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway, I think you know what I'm saying. Probably don't. I know what I'm thinking. Like, exotic shouldn't have to be bad. It's literally just because it's something that's foreign to you. Like exotic fruits. They don't grow. I can't just go out and I can't plant a certain type of plant here. It's not gonna grow here. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't mean I can't enjoy it and that I'm being mean to the fruit. Oh, dear God. Anyway. Hey, don't sit all proper in a place like that. In a relaxed manner, Tokiwa-san laid down and rested his elbows on the bed. His white skin, exposed at the chest of his ornate clothing, was bright by the flickering lantern. Oh, what's wrong? Hey, here, come here. He patted the bed in front of me. Well, this is what I'm talking about, Spacey. Oh. Thud. I was pulled in by his white arm and fell onto Tokiwa-san's chest. Tokiwa-san? After falling onto the mattress, next to me, about 15 centimeters away, was Tokiwa-san's sculpted face. You like my eyes and hair, right? You can touch me, take a close look, and do whatever you want. He's the one devaluing himself, and it's sad. But he has to for money. Tokiwa-san brought my hand to his white cheek. My finger touched his smooth, china-like skin. Even with this color, I'm still human like you. It's beautiful. Seen up close, the sparkle of his green eyes appeared clearer than glass marbles. Then Tokiwa-san used his other hand to bring my waist close to him. And my body was immediately contained in the broad chest of a man. Spacey, your eyes are also a beautiful pitch black color, aren't they? Kinda, yeah. Depending on the light. My eyes really are dark. Actually, in certain lights, they look red, which is fucking weird, but I like it. And in another lights, I have what someone once called shark eyes, because I literally look like I have no fucking pupils. It's really bizarre. But then in like, it's usually like natural like sunlight. If like natural sunlight's coming into my eyes are like red-brown. I like it. I used to hate it. I used to hate having brown eyes. And I had colored contacts for a while when I was younger. But now I'm like, yeah, I think colored contacts would be fun. Like, you know, if you're like, sweet, I just want to feel like wearing just like any kind of makeup or a wig or clothing that you wear, you know? But I'm actually really glad that I was like, no, I don't want to use colored contacts anymore. And I just kind of got to the point of actually liking my eyes. They're my dad's eyes. That's how we know. That's how my dad used to always joke that like, I don't know that any of you are my kids. And he'd be like, that's bullshit. Me and my sister have your eyes. That we got from his mom. So that's nice. You know, because if you haven't been around for a while or you're new here, like, dad passed away a couple years ago. So it's nice to have a little piece. I mean, obviously, like, genetically, regardless, I'm still half my dad. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of personality traits that he had. So I'm a little weird like my dad, which is fun. And I definitely have a sense of humor, but I like having his eyes too. It's nice. So, anyway. Tokiwa-san pressed his lips to my hand that was covered by his hand. His soft, heated touch made my cheeks flush with heat. Look at me more with those lovely round eyes of yours. I like to be wanted by an innocent girl like you. Spacey. His deep, echoing, sweet voice filled my ears. Tokiwa-san. And just when I could see my face reflected in his large, light-filled green eyes, my vision was suddenly blocked and something soft pressed against my forehead. This was Tokiwa-san's lips. Without thinking, even if it was my forehead, I didn't expect that I'd let a gentleman who I just met kiss me. For some reason, I suddenly felt scared and my body became stiff. Sorry, Spacey. Did I scare you? I'm sorry. Tokiwa-san slowly rubbed my back to relax my hardened body. You told me you wouldn't do anything. You look so cute, so I just couldn't hold back anymore. Though knitting his brow in an apologetic manner, Tokiwa-san still seemed to be in a good mood. After that, Tokiwa-san didn't force anything on me. We just lied on the bed as he combed my hair ever so gently. Hi! Did you come out of your cage? She was playing with your forage toys. She was being smart, birdie. Hi. But you're looking at me like I'm crazy. It's because I saw you? What, you flew over here. It's not like I can miss you. What's up? What? Why are you just staring at me? Do something. Freaking me out. Anyway. Spacey. His chest, which filled me with anxiety to look at it, was warm as he embraced me. Well then, how about I tell you stories of the mainland? Okay? Spacey, the world outside of this island. He gently called my name many times in between his stories. His voice was pleasing, and in the end, I listened to his voice all night long. Tokiwa-san. He is the first man that I came to know in the red light district. But he was a man whose appearance was very different from the gentleman I heard about. Just what was he thinking about, and why was he calling my name? He was a man who had gentle and beautiful eyes. Oh, wake up, Spacey. During my slumber, my name was called, and when I opened my heavy eyelids... Unfortunately, it's already over. Tokiwa-san peered into my face while in the same position as when I fell asleep. It seems that I fell asleep without even noticing. Tokiwa-san? I'm sorry. It's alright. It means you were that relaxed. Tokiwa-san smiled at me right in front of my eyes and nose. Let me know when you finish preparing. I'll see you off at the entrance. After making myself presentable, Tokiwa-san and I left the bedroom. How was your first time playing in the red light district, miss? When we bent back to the entrance, Iroha-san looked at us and smiled meaningfully. That had to be the most that's gotta be the most awkward thing. Like, look, everybody has sex. Well, not everybody, but like most people do. But like, it's still weird. You're like, look, my business is my business. I don't want people to be like, so I heard you having sex last night. Oh dear God, that's embarrassing. Or like you're coming out of the whorehouse bedroom and he's like, did you have fun? Oh God, don't ask me that. Awkward. Like so awkward. Oh my God. Thank you for the banquet. And from your appearance, It seems that you slept well. Huh? No! Iroha-san, please. Could you not tease her so much? Oh my. It's rare to see you It's rare to see you saying something like that. Shut up! Can't I worry about my client? Oh, well. Iroha-san let out a light snicker. His voice is too deep. That's more Kagura's voice. I'm kind of mixing them up right now. I don't know anyway. I want to see you again. I'll tell you more stories. Spacey, if you feel like it, won't you come see me again? Yeah, no. I'm good. Will I come to the red light district again? Of fucking course I will. What kind of question is that? Will you come? I do like the, if I feel like it. If I feel like it, yo, you don't own me. That is so good. Yes, or I don't know is the shy, but if I feel like it. I own this situation. Should have chose that just for the hell of it. I should have fucking chose that one. Anyway. Yes. Really? And that makes me happy. A flower of happiness bloomed on Tokiwa-san's face. Oh, but this is worth it. Make him happy. And then I'm looking forward to it. His white pinky, which was neatly made to the nail, twined itself around my pinky. It's a promise. Well, I'll be going then. I carried the same bag that I had when I came, and then bowed lightly. Oh, well, wait a minute, Spacey. I was about to turn back. He put his hand on my shoulder. Oh, what happened? Spacey, be careful getting back. I can't really leave the red light district, so I can't walk with you, but... His green eyes flickered with worry. Yes, thank you. Shall I have someone escort you? No, I'm okay. If someone came to my house, they might become suspicious about my money. There's no way you're okay. You're totally unguarded. I'm okay. I'm used to walking by myself. It's an island full of women. What the fuck's gonna happen? Oh, no, we're gonna get into bitch fights because someone's gonna be like, who are you with? He's mine! Bitch, he's mine. I'm gonna free his ass and he gonna be my husband. Step. I don't know how this ends. If you say so, and then I guess it can't be helped. And goodbye, Spacey. I bowed one more time and then walked across the entrance. Yoshiwara was still decorated by a flame-like red. And maybe because it was almost sunrise, but there were no more people and the town looked fake. In this unreal town, the gentlemen who sold One Night of Love were so beautiful. Yoshiwara. I expected it to be a more terrifying place. Tokiwa-san. He smiled in a friendly manner, but also smiled expressively. He was the kind of man who changed his impression in a sparkling manner like a kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope? Like the Kaleidovia? Kikuya is the fucking psychedelica. No! We're all dead. Spoiler alert. Though the boy named Kageru said such things to me, if it's Tokiwa-san, would it not be good to see him again? That's what I thought about as I traveled back home. Look at that, chapter 3 already. And that's the way of our life. The next day, my mother asked me to help her, so I checked the imports that had been brought over by ship. The amount of these hairpins, it doesn't add up. The hairpin had beautiful silver decorations with shining red jewels. It would probably look good on him, wouldn't it? And Spacey, if you feel like it, won't you come see me again? Tokiwa-san, I couldn't possibly forget him. While immersed in my memories of the previous day, the door opened and my mother came into the room. Oh, Mother, this hairpin. I think there's one extra, but... Oh, is that so? Well, you can take one then. Is it okay? You're at that age now, but if I let you take it, can you help me with one more thing in the store? Yes, right after I finish this. When I finished helping her and I ate dinner, the sun was already setting. I took out the imported hairpin that I kept in my chest pocket. Shall I go there again? To Yoshiwara, where he is... Behind my mother's back, I headed to that other world of pleasure. The town of Yoshiwara shined bright red. Gorgeous gentlemen displayed their beauty behind slotted gates. As soon as I walked in front of Kikuya, my eyes were taken in by just one person. I saw him smoking a long pipe behind a red gate. Tokiwa-san. When I stared at him, his sensual glance met mine. He smiled just like he did yesterday, which excited me. I wanted to call my name again with his ringing, bell-like voice. As if being drawn in, I went inside the store and chose his name. Thank you for coming. You come again. You seem to be really into Tokiwa. Spacey. Tokiwa-san pushed Iroha-san and Takao-san aside and showed me his smile from the back of the shop. Oh, when I saw you at the shop before, I thought that you'd definitely come here and choose me. You came here to see me, right? I was in the area. I want to go through this game and just choose all the douche answers. Okay. Oh my god. If I didn't like Tokiwa, if we were in Kageru's path, I would purposely choose all these fucking like, yeah, if I feel like it, like, I was in the area. All the douche fucking answers, but I don't want to do it because it's Tokiwa and I don't want to say that to him. He's precious and I kind of love him. Like, I think he actually is visually my favorite. Like, but anyway, I was in the area. I came here somehow. It was the power of your beauty. No, we purposely came here. We were like, oh, so I couldn't forget about yesterday. That's 99% the right answer, and it also is the right answer. So, you know damn well it's the right answer for the game, but also it's exactly what we were thinking, so why would I question it? Oh, did you see the birdies outside? Did you see them outside in the trees? Yeah, I'm fixing your owl for you. Yes, I couldn't forget about yesterday. Really? I'm happy to hear you say that. I've also been thinking about you too. After you left last night, I felt that I wanted to see you again, and I've been waiting for you. But it's a bit unexpected. And Tokiwa-san, you're beautiful, so when I chose you, I thought you might come with the courtesan's procession. You're talking about me behind the gates before. Oh, well, that was... Tokiwa-san awkwardly combed up his bangs. And Tokiwa, she's already got you. What? Takao! Miss, he was about to be kidnapped by a client, and so he was stripped of the title of top gentleman. Okay, wait. So that makes more sense that he was top gentleman, because he should be, if you think about it. He's got the exotic foreign looks that would definitely, like, appeal to, like, women. Like, oh my god, he's so different, right? But here's my question. He was about to be kidnapped. So, like, the woman was gonna steal him? Or he was gonna run away with her? Like, he was gonna be kidnapped, so he got penalized for that? I mean, I'm just confused. Anyway. And so he's my assistant, and is learning everything from the beginning again. Isn't that funny? Your assistant? Can you stop saying such things in front of my client? Huh, it's true though. Takao-san then lightly nudged Tokiwa-san's head with his pipe. And Tokiwa's a bit careless sometimes. Seeing the exchange between them made even Iroha-san sigh. You guys! Hold on. Sorry, I'm just really thirsty. Spacey, right? If this guy does something bad to you, you can always choose me. I've been there, done that. For a girl like you, I'll go out of my way to teach you all the pleasures of this world in detail. I don't know what's happening to his voice. I'm just really broken and I can't. Takao-san looked at my face in a discerning manner and raised the corner of his mouth. Takao! You're the top gentleman, but don't think I won't get mad if you keep it up, you know? I'll get the mangy cur bark away. Well, enough talk. Hurry back and prepare for tonight. All right. Understood. Moments after Tokiwa-san and Takao-san disappeared into the back of the shop, another gentleman guided me to a hallway that led into a parlor room. Then... That bastard! He'll get what's coming to him later. Tokiwa-san was crouched down in front of a big parlor room. What was he doing? I parted from the gentleman who led me here and watched Tokiwa from behind a pillar. Hey! Stop! We don't make that noise. You know better. Stop it. I'll do this, and then that's it. It looked like Tokiwa-san was spreading something like oil on the floor of the parlor room. And then Takao will open the door and he'll be sorry. Was he trying to trap Takao-san? Hey, don't make him look like an asshole. Well, I mean, it might be an asshole anyway. Why was he doing something like this? Just then, the sliding door opened. And Tokiwa, what the hell are you doing in front of my room? Good. Takao? I see. Takao-san looked down at Tokiwa-san and grinned at him in an unkind manner. And Tokiwa, I tried to dance on the floor over there a little. Huh? Why would I do such a thing? What's that? I couldn't hear you. As an assistant, orders from the top gentleman are absolute, no? If you can't follow my orders, there must be some reason for that, right? No, I mean, well, why is the floor so shiny? Takao-san grinned and dropped some ashes from his pipe to the floor in front of Tokiwa-san. Wait, that's not good! Tokiwa-san frantically put out his hands to catch the ashes in the air. Ow, it's hot! What the hell are you doing? You sacrificed yourself to be my ashtray. What loyalty! What wrong idea are you getting into your head? That's totally wrong! Tokiwa-san, are your hands okay? Without a second thought, I ran toward them from behind the pillar. Huh? Spacey. That's pathetic. Your good client is here. What are you doing here? Did you see all that just now? That's beside the point. You should take care of your hands first. For the moment, I brought the flustered-looking Tokiwa-san into the room. Are you okay? This is terrible. You saw me in a bad moment. While treating his wound, I looked at his bitter face. What he did before, was it okay for me to ask him the reason why he did that? Tokiwa-san, do you hate Takao-san? You're outright asking me a difficult question. I'm sorry. Well, since you saw me doing that, I guess I have no choice. I have a history with Takao. What do you mean by history? It's about the woman who kidnapped me. Oh, we talked about it before. She was Takao's client. I don't know what she was thinking, but she fell for me, which is taboo, and got all intense. After that happened, Takao and I were on bad terms with each other. I didn't know that. For me, I was kidnapped with unjustified resentment. And since I caused trouble, they took away my hard-earned title of top gentleman. It was awful. Was this what Kageru-san meant by the gentlemen who were always breaking taboos? But I have a dream. I can't remain in this situation. Really? Well, what's your dream, Tokiwa-san? Are you curious? Since it's you, I'll tell you about it. My dream is to rise to the top and become the absolute best in Kikuya. Tokiwa-san's mood suddenly changed, and he spoke proudly with confidence. So that's your dream, Tokiwa-san. Is that why you did that to Takao-san? But you got hurt when you said you would fight. What are you talking about? The red light district is a place where men fiercely compete, you know? Injuries are no problems as long as it doesn't affect my business, and that's the way of our life. But I gently rubbed Tokiwa-san's blistered hand. Spacey. Tokiwa-san softly embraced me as if he were covering me up. You're a kind lady. I'm sorry for making you worry. It's getting late, so why don't we finish this conversation and go to bed? As his skin touched my skin, he whispered gently into my ear. It really shook me up that you caught me doing something strange like that. In the red light district, we usually don't talk about normal life and dreams. Here, we're supposed to talk about love. Tokiwa-san. Tokiwa-san's words reminded me that this was the red light district. And before I knew it, my mind had filled up with expectations and anxiety. Would tonight be the night? When we entered the bedroom, Tokiwa-san sat with his legs crossed on the bed. Come here, Spacey. Tokiwa-san smiled at me gently and bewitchingly and extended his hand towards me. Are we supposed to take his hand? I don't think we're supposed to cower. That seems a little weird. Take his hand? I guess? Sure. I tried to control my trembling fingers and took Tokiwa-san's hand. You haven't changed. Our fingers slowly intertwined. But when Tokiwa-san tried to pull my body in... Ouch! Are you okay? Maybe we should have brushed away his hand because we hurt him because his hand's burned. See, smart Spacey would have figured that out. I kneeled down next to Tokiwa-san and checked his hand that I wrapped up in bandages before. Oh, well, this sucks. I can't even pleasure you if my hand is like this. Oh, well, I guess it's not all bad. I was then gently covered by his broad chest. Huh? I can hug you at least. You came here to see me, so please make me feel you, Spacey. Dear God. He combed my hair gently like he was touching something fragile, when suddenly he pushed me down onto the bed. Our bodies were in close contact. He stared at my eyes, stealing my body's freedom. Tokiwa-san. Tokiwa-san buried his face in my neck and embraced my body again. Hey, you should take it easy and sleep in my arms tonight. Okay? While unable to look at his face out of embarrassment, I spent that night in Tokiwa-san's arms. Later, I rushed home along the streets that shined under the light of lanterns at night. I didn't understand. Tokiwa-san, who talked to me gently. Tokiwa-san, who in aiming for the top, tried to bring Takao-san down. There was no question that I was attracted to his eyes as he talked about his dream. But which of these is his true face? The Yoshiwara shined with beautiful lights, blinding people to the dark shadows behind this town. It was still a terrifying place. If his kindness was just the tricks and skills of a gentleman, with feelings of doubt about coming to the red light district, I left the town of Yoshiwara. Oh, you know what? We'll just end this here then. I didn't realize chapter 3 would be over, and instead of starting chapter 4, we've still got a few minutes, but we'll just make this a slightly shorter part because we're getting through this one a little bit faster. So, I will end this here. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video... Wow, we only have 6 save slots? Ooh, that's lame. Wow. All right. That sucks. Usually you have way more, but I can't skip, so... Okay, anyway. So, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.